Hello, welcome to my game room. I'm Loner Gamer Alex. Thank you for watching. Checking out Vault to the Void. I've had this game for a while, but finally gonna check it out. Had it for months, I think. First floor only on a smaller modified map set up to help with learning mechanics. Choose your starting deck. What? Show overview. Okay. Class overview, they're hidden. I guess this guy. The Hidden is the first class in Vault to the Void and gets straight to the point with two main keywords, bleed and combo. Blade spec. When playing Blade, you'll be looking to build up combo with cards like Quickness or your spell Ghost Blade. Once you have some combo built up, playing a swift attack, keywords as shown at the bottom of the card, will cause it to consume your combo, triggering a number of additional times for each, resolving the card's effects, including the Void Stone, multiple times. Hidden Blade cards are core to this build also. These cards are balanced and also inert. Balance means that they won't consume your combo, but will still trigger the extra times. The downside is inert, however, making that the Void Stone on these cards will only trigger once. Bleed spec. The Bleed archetype centers around stacking large amount of bleed on your target. Any card that allows you to trigger a target's bleed is going to speed things along. As a note, bleed triggers naturally on a target after they completed their action. It can also be a good idea to start looking for swift attack cards that can bleed a target. Things like For the Throat are excellent targets to unload your combo into, providing you with an excellent kickstart to a target's future career in bleeding out. As a final note, remember that bleed is considered a debuff. Okay. We'll go for bleed. It sounds nasty. What's a silent shiv? Okay, apply to bleed, balance, volatile. Can't be purged, destroyed after being played. Discarded or at the end of turn 1. Swift cards at a balanced benefit from combo but does not consume it. Okay. Clot. This one, why would you want to clot their bleeding? Okay. Let's go. So this is another Slay the Spire clone. I thought okay, these are the cards that you can earn, I guess. They keep clotting my bleed. Why would I want cards that will clot my bleed? Unless I'm clotting my own bleed. Those who wander this domain for too long will inevitably become forsaken, one way or the other. These desperate souls have found this fate. A well-rounded fight, but you will still be wary. Must still be wary of letting them buff their AP too many times. Let's go. Okay, how does this work? All the cards in the Vault to the Void have an energy cost. top left corner. You'll start each fight with 3 energy and 2 every turn. The color of the circle will denote what type of card it is. Attack, blue ability, green buff. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna kill her with just 1 card. Same with that one. Well, I guess we'll just kill these things. Oh, they're just making them bleed. Okay, +1 energy purging cards. Vault the Void combat centers around the purge mechanic. Choosing which card to play and which to purge for energy is key, and keeps combat moving quickly. Let's purge a card now. Move over a mouse and hold down the right mouse button to purge a card from your hand, sending it to your discard pile and granting you +1 energy. Okay. What was from yesterday? Oh. Okay, well, we'll purge this one because it clots. Okay, I see. It doesn't even attack him. Cards in your hand will never be discarded automatically, meaning you can carry them into the next turn. Also, your energy will carry across turns. Oh, it can often be a good idea to purge cards in your hand and set up a nice energy pool for the next turn. Okay. Got it. It's now the enemy's turn to act. You can see an enemy's intent on their cards. You can mouse over for details. Their attack power is shown in the blue circle, and the frenzy is shown in the orange circle. She didn't die all because she used some kind of defense card. To stop enemies reinforcing, you must fill the battle progress orb. What? Each enemy will add a different amount to the orb, and filling the orb to 100% will stop creatures reinforcing. The battle progress orb is the rightmost orb on your threat stack. Mouse over an enemy to see how much they'll add to the orb. Okay, this tutorial is not well made at all. Enemies, because you're trying to do what they're asking you to do, but then it's like I have to clear the fucking text because I couldn't see shit. Enemies inflict threat, which is added to your threat stack, shown below. This is when you can play block cards to reduce your current threat. Block is played reactively after an enemy has attacked. If you have no threat, then played block is waste. This usually means that during the first turn you won't have to block at all. Any leftover threat when you end your turn will be removed from your HP. Okay. It's just an easier way to see how much damage you're gonna get, I guess. How come? Oh, because he comes back because of the reinforcement, because this is not filled. Okay. It's weird. Each class comes with its own unique spell. Cast your spell at any time. Its cooldown is by clicking self cooldown by clicking the spell button below. As you progress, you'll unlock more spells to choose from. See, it doesn't even, you can't mouse over while that tutorial text is up. And I didn't want the game to continue, you know, on onto the next tutorial message. That's why I wanted to tab over here, but then it wouldn't allow me. So yeah, there's some issues with the tutorial here. Just allow us to do whatever you want us to do, and then before, you know, we can skip to the next part of the tutorial. And if we haven't, you know, and then we skip that message, wait until we have completed that action before the next tutorial pop-up, you know, shows up. Apply weak to apply vulnerable equal to combo. What is that? Vulnerable and weak. $53 essence, 2 souls, 15 essence bonus. Perfect fight. Okay. You just won a fight and picked up a new card you can add to your deck. Cards aren't automatically added. You'll need to go and add the new card to your deck. Click on the deck manager button in the bottom left to add it to your deck. Okay, before I do that though, I need to too muted. This is your deck. You have the ability to change and edit your deck at any time. As you become more familiar with encounters, adjusting your deck before a fight will become crucial. Your deck must always be 20 cards. Certain cards like potions and afflictions don't count towards your deck limit. As you progress through the map, you'll earn and buy a new card. These will be added to your backpack. You can add your add a card to your deck by clicking it. So you can't even do the things that it's asking you to do until you dismiss that. But before you can do what it asks you to do, the next tutorial message is already popping up. It's stupid. As you damage creatures, you know, and then just imagine people forgetting about the previous thing because you haven't done it yet. Dang, this thing has been in early access for 2 years. As you damage creatures, you'll earn points towards your new Void Stones. Void Stones can be socketed into cards to give them new powers. Drag Void Stones from your collection to the right and drop them into the card in your backpack or in your deck to infuse them with new powers. Okay, please just stop, yeah, until I'm done here. So you add it to your deck by clicking on it here under the deck manager. Is that how it works? I got 21 now. Is that okay? Too many evades. I thought left click add to deck, but when I left click here, actually it's removing it from the deck. Okay. Okay, it should be more than enough. A lost soul has given up the thought of escape. Instead, tries to sell dubious goods at questionable prices. A collection of cards purchasable with essence. Let's check out the merchant. When you move your mouse, it's like, I think this game was probably made for mobile too, huh, or something, because this actually is like, it's mimicking what normally happens when you're swiping left and right on your touch screen of your phone or mobile devices, you know? Okay, let's see. We have 388 void essence. Okay, we'll take this open up, upgraded. Okay. You know, this is a pretty simple game. Does it need like super duper crazy hand holding? You know, I guess I remember playing Slay the Spire. I don't think that the tutorial for that game was pretty good. I don't remember complaining about it. When faced with a choice of tiles to move to, because you know, tiles, what do you really have to explain? You know, because it's pretty fucking self-explanatory. We're just picking where we're going. The tiles you don't take will be destroyed. Yeah, we've seen that. I mean, if this popped up like at the beginning, maybe, but this is like, yeah, we already went through like 2 tiles. We moved up 2 tiles, so we've seen what happened. Do you need to explain it now? The only exception to this is when doing so would leave you without an exit. The movement will become second nature pretty quickly, and learn to eke out every bit of value from a map can give you around a solid boost. You know, it's like, yeah, this pop-up is not necessary whatsoever. That's too much hand-holding. Okay, let's get this treasure chest. When you don't trust the players, you know. As you enter, cards zoom past, whistling by your ear. Even Monster Train doesn't have crazy tutorials like this one. Because, you know, the game itself is pretty self-explanatory. You know, you just need to play it. The best way to teach players how to play is just to allow them to play the game. You know, tell us something that might not be common knowledge, that might not be something that we can discover while playing, you know, but then just allow the player to experience it so they can learn it by actually playing the game, you know, because just reading about it actually is, unless it's like a concept that needs to be explained, you know, there's a fine line, I guess, you know. I mean, and most developers just they just can't help themselves. They don't know what they're doing. Just allow the players to play the game. Let us discover it, you know. You don't have to go into like super details and shit. Just stuff that you know that we won't know about, you know, but like stuff like moving from one fucking hex to the next, and it becomes exhausting, you know. And your game is not the only game that we play. So after playing like 10 games, if you play 10 games in a month, and every single game has like crazy tutorials, then it's exhausting. You just want to play the game. As you enter, cards zoom past, whistling by your ear before stopping and presenting themselves before you, each begging to be picked. You can't shake the feeling that the open chest sitting in the corner is quietly swelling with pride. You also find scattered among its contents 47 essence, 2 souls, and an upgrade point. Okay. Do we need heal? Removed from battle, but then it comes back though, right? Okay. Well, we'll take Blessed Discovery, I guess. Okay, so we can upgrade the card. Oh yeah, this music is so fucking... What's going on? Like the last couple of games that I've played have like horrible sound mixes. Okay. Where's the one with the gem? Oh, here we go. Let's upgrade the one with the gem. You can change the color of a hex to help with planning your path. Oh, okay. So, I see. Is that really necessary too? Because wouldn't that change based on how you performed previously? I think that's just like developers have too much time. You just pick a path, you know, depending on how you performed previously. Do we really have to plan ahead? I don't think so. A twisted shrine devoted to the worship of some being you'd rather not know about. A choice to heal, cleanse your deck of void cards, or gain some extra essence and souls. Okay. Our health is still 100. Let's do this. Elite battle. Skeletal mage. This enemy will also increase its frenzy by 1 each time you lose HP. Okay. Those who dabble in the art of undeath will eventually fall prey to it. After all, if one cannot die, what happens when the flesh eventually sloughs away? Sloughs away? Anytime you lose health, this creature will increase its frenzy. It can remove the debuffs but won't attack while doing it. You just have to, like, if you can't die, but your flesh is like dying, why don't you just use tape or something? So what's the requirement for you to continue on living if you're an undying? You just have to make sure that your body is whole. I guess as long as your head is intact. And how does that work, you know? So if it's just a matter of making sure that skeletons, our skeletons are like still attached to each other, then all we have to do is just tape ourselves. So we can just live forever, I guess, that way. You don't have to worry about eating and all that shit. Shitting, you don't have to worry about shitting. Alright. Now, if it involves pain because you can still feel everything, then yeah, maybe this is a curse. But it doesn't sound like this is a curse because this guy is still like fighting and shit, and he's a skeletal mage. He has like powers and shit. So, oops, I've got to bring those cards. I have 22 now. Will it accept 22? No. Okay. Deck isn't legal. There you go. 3 discarded items lay before you. You may choose to disregard the items and gain 200 essence and 3 souls instead. What's rage? Oh, deal extra damage for attack and afflictions. I'll take that. No, we'll take playbook. Just a few more things about threat. Once an enemy attacks and inflicts damage to your threat stack, it's there to stay. Even if you defeat the creature, you'll still have to deal with the threat. What? Combat is fast-paced, swirling mess. If a creature attacks, you have to block. So if it goes through, is what you're saying, is if it goes through, and is this throughout the fucking game? If you don't block something, that it just stays in there? It doesn't make any fucking sense. The only exception to this is if you manage to kill all creatures and clear the room, ending the fight, representing your ability to escape from danger in the nick of time. It's quite common to get a final kill on the last creature, dodging a good chunk of damage as you do so. Okay. That final statement was just, I don't know. Just flowery words that mean nothing. Alright, let's see here. Make them bleed. Make them bleed a lot. Sorry, just noticed you still had a few cards in your hand. What? Sorry, they know that this is gonna piss people off. Remember, Vault isn't like the other card games. It's often better to purge most of your hand. I already know that, motherfucker. You already told me that. I wanted to keep those cards. Although, to gain extra energy to feel next turn, although this is an automatically generated message, so you may very well have a plan in place. Please ignore me if so. Yeah, then why do you even bother? And this is like the third encounter that you're telling me this during the third encounter. If this pops up during the first encounter, yes. So the developer for this game has issues. Issues. Oh my god. Yeah, this should be something that you remind players during the first encounter. That's why it becomes annoying during the third encounter. That's why you have to say sorry, because you know that this would annoy people. Fucking bullshit. Why? Stop being stupid. Oh, one more. Dang. And I don't like the way the enemies damage you though. It's like they never damage you, they always inflict threat on the next turn. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, thematically it doesn't make any fucking sense. If you're supposed to be fighting them and then they're attacking you, like they're just saying, every time they attack you, they're like, I'm gonna cut you on your butt cheeks next round. And this is after they're like, they come close to you and then they wipe, they actually, they actually place the blade on your butt, like scraping it gently. Next round, I will cut your butt cheeks. It doesn't make any sense thematically. So I have a problem with that. It's like they're just trying to be stylish about it, I guess. You know, this whole threat shit. You know, just if they attack you, just damage you. I mean, why does it have to be a threat that only damages you next round after they... Okay, yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Because then why are we able to damage them ourselves immediately? You know, okay. I don't know, I should just let it go. It's just so weird. You don't have to do anything. Looks like it's just gonna bleed out. What happened to the treasure chest? I thought I'd get a treasure chest for killing that guy. I guess not. Corrupted Ogre. These creatures are hatred made flesh. Their thoughts are singular, only bloodshed. There is no rationality in their small and hateful minds. They kill. Constantly regenerates and can inflict dazes before attacking. Okay. Look at that, all these bleed attacks. Cool. You're gonna be bleeding. Oh shit. You're gonna be bleeding so much. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of bleeding. Yeah, the way the enemies damage you, I just don't like that at all. It's just weird for me. You gotta die, I don't even have to do anything. Oh. No, don't use that because you're gonna clot the fucking bleeding. Wait. Yeah, I should have damaged you. Add that. Treasure Goblin. All manner of treasures left behind by those countless fallen. These creatures live for nothing else than to scavenge from the living or the dead. This cowardly creature will flee after a certain number of turns. The more you damage him, the more rewards you'll gain. Let's do it. And make him bleed. Oh, he doesn't attack you at all, huh? He's dead. What are we upgrading? We'll upgrade this. We can get rid of one draw blood, I guess, because I still need to evade. I only have 4 of them left now. Probably need 5 of them evade. We have 7 draw blood. Okay. What's over here? Nothing. Oh, okay. Hand chosen by the void itself, the guardians guard the exit point of the floor. Defeating them will allow you to proceed to the next floor. Okay. Ooh. Lord of Bones, Emperor of Dust, the Rattling Master. No matter the name he wears, he is ancient as he is cruel, and as eternal as the bones of all things. we go. Fights against guardians are a little different. Often the guardian will have minions alongside them. If you manage to kill the guardian, their minions will automatically be destroyed and you will win the fight. Okay. Well, only 5% into reinforcement, so you have to like kill them. You have to kill 10. You have to kill 20 of them to fill up the battle progress. That's crazy. And then it heals the Skeleton King for 4 every time you kill one. He did. That was an easy boss. Dethrone and training wheels are off achievements. That's all for introductory mode. Well done on making it this far. Introduction mode was set up for new players to learn the game mechanics, how the deck manager and combat works. You've reached the end of the line on this difficulty. Now that you've experienced the game, you can jump into normal mode or harder for the full game experience. Okay, cute. And then it has a score at the end. Okay, well, I just want to check that out. It's an okay game. It's an okay Slay the Spire inspired game. The tutorial was kind of annoying though, because of bad placement and bad the horrible way that it progresses. You know, from one pop up to the next without allowing the players to check out what they were talking about. You know, it's yeah. What's this? Challenge coins. Oh, okay. So you earn what? You earn coins of void points. Huh? Well, how does this work? Oh, using void points. Okay. But these are like challenge modes. So well, it's cool to have that they have it in here, but. For the most part, I'm sure that people just want to, you know, do a run, a random run instead of doing challenge modes. Daily draft. Yeah, I think they have this too in Slay the Spire. Yeah, overall, it's not bad. The tutorial was annoying. I really don't like the way the enemies damage you though. It's very questionable. I don't know why they did that like that. You know, like I said, it doesn't make any sense. The enemies are like just coming over to you and, you know, kiss you on the lips and said, next round. Yeah, I will stab you in the cheeks. Something. It's just so weird. It's like whenever they attack you, you only get threats. You don't get damage, and then and then you can choose to block the damage before it happens to you. It doesn't. It's so odd. Such an odd choice, because I think even if the enemies just like damage you regularly, like logically, like if they attack you then they damage you unless you have a shield, you know, that you play a shield. I guess what they're trying to do is they're just trying to distinguish themselves from the other Slay the Spire inspired games, or Slay the Spire itself, where, you know, when you see the intention, and then you would play the block cards. So here it's like you don't have to worry about it until they actually damage you, but they don't really damage you, they just threaten you. I think that's a miss. And because of that, I would give first impression for this game just 3 out of 5. There's something just something weird about the way the enemies damage you. It doesn't make any sense. It seems like they made that decision just so that they can be a little different from, you know, it's like forced innovation that doesn't really work. So it's just odd. I mean, yeah, it makes the game easier, I think, for no reason. You know, I mean, it's fair. Here's the deal. It's fair for the enemy to be able to damage you. I don't think that's unfair. You know, why is that an unfair thing? Why is it? Because now you're coddling the players like for no reason. We understand that we can damage the enemies and the enemies can damage us. There's that extra layer of unnecessary protection. I think it's very questionable. We'll see how difficult that gets, though. I mean, because that's just a tutorial. Maybe usually they actually threaten you for more than the typical 5 or 6 damage per round. You know, maybe they threaten you for 20 per round normally. It still doesn't explain why the enemies can't damage you directly. So there's still that problem. In a thematic sense, you know, it doesn't make any sense. It really just doesn't make any sense. It's still an okay game. I'm not sure how far along this game is. Looks like early access 1.4.53. Why is it version 1? It's still early access. It should be 0 point something, right? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also click the bell icon so that you will get a notification whenever I'm online. Until next time, bye.